This is like that sticky tacky paper you put in your cupboards. I just put this over the cardboard that I'm going to use as a back. And then I clip it to the sides, and then I start my layers on here. So the shiny side, not the paper side, is up, and the coffee filters start getting glued on here. Okay, so now I have this shiny side up. I don't take the tacky paper off. I just add the decoupage. This is Aleene's decoupage. I just use it because I like it's the nice texture. It's not too thick. I use my card and I just spread this around with the card. I put my coffee filters on top. And I use the card to kind of push it down and take all the air out. And it saves on some glue because it kind of squishes out what you don't need. And that's how I do that. Move my binder clips a little bit to the corner there. So that's what I do. I flatten out my coffee filters. I use them to sop up paint off of my inked, can you grab my coffee please? My inked pads or stamps that I want to get the residue off, or paint. I dab up paint. I use the web up ink. And they always turn out to be really pretty. A lot of times I get coffee filters given to me. They're really cheap for like a couple hundred. They're under $2 usually. And you could probably find them even cheaper because nowadays people are tending to go with the Keurigs and the Tassimos, so coffee filters are kind of like everywhere and they want to get rid of them. Even in secondhand stores you can get them. So I'm just doing the coffee filter layer as my bottom layer, and it's really, really a pretty look too at the end. When you're flipping your project over and you see the back, you see the nice colors of the coffee filters. So they're the first layer that you will be adding to this. You okay? You're breathing funny, kind of. So now I have 6 coffee filters on there. And then I like to put a layer of tissue paper. So I'm going to put some purple tissue paper that's kind of all crumpled here, and put that down. And you can work with smaller pieces. I'm just seeing how this is going to work here with this larger piece, but this one happens to be not totally ripped up too bad, so. Don't worry about the edges if it goes over the edges, because you'll just trim that all off after. And you put another layer. You can add water to, like, a little bit of water to Mod Podge or to some school glue, PVA glue. The dollar store stuff seems to be really watered down as it is, so I'm not sure if you wire it how well it will work, but you could kind of play with it and figure out the consistency on your own. So now you have a layer of tissue paper, and I'm just going to fold it over on the sides just because you make it a little stronger. You can't do that if it's not too thick. Fold it over on this side. This corner might be a little thick because of them both folding over. Like that. Then I like to get my scrap paper out. I have tons of even coffee filters I cut out for flowers, so I can use that in there. I can use just stock cardstock or whatever, so I'm going to throw more glue on there. And just start piling on. Here's another different kind of coffee filter. I'm going to pile on the papers. Depending on how many layers you want it, I do around about 4 or so layers. Coffee, this, another layer of this, another layer of tissue paper, and then usually I'll do the paper towel or the napkins, paper napkins. That will cut through stuff pretty good. So I like to be able to cut through it to make the punch through it. Here's wallpaper, so I'm going to try that. It's a little thicker. Book paper, punched scrap paper here. I just got tons and tons of paper to choose from. So, what?
Choose one scrap paper.
Okay. So I like to kind of get it all over, not too much layering of the scrap paper right now, and then you can do more layers if you're not good, like depending on what you want to do with it. Just if you want to sew through it or punched out, you've got to kind of be able to see be able to punch through it. Okay.
These two actually.
I'm going to throw a little bit of coffee filter pieces on here that Kendra's passing me. I've cut out some flowers from, and they're really bright. Let's see if I can get them kind of straight on there. See how round I can get that. Even if it's not perfectly round, it's going to be okay. But once it gets wet, it's really hard to yeah.
This one's the one that I made. Right, Mama?
Mm-hmm.
This It looks like it's rainbows. See?
Now I'm gonna put maybe 1 or 2 more of these on, just to have a nice color peek through, and then we're gonna put another layer on top. I'm thinking I'm just gonna put the. Here is some fabric kind of stuff. So we'll put a little bit of that on. You can put fabric on, but if you put too much of that on, here's a Tootsie Roll piece. You put too much of that on, you know it might be harder to punch out, but you're not going to punch out every piece. There's a Tootsie Roll piece right there. There's a piece of lace. But like I said, I don't want too much fabric on there, just because I'm going to probably punch it out. Paper. Now I'm going to grab the
glue.
No, the napkins and throw that on top.
What is that?
Scrap paper. And that's about it. That's all you gotta do with the layers. And you can go as thick as you want. Like I said, here's a napkin piece. And it's a fairly large one. Usually I do smaller ones, but let's see how it works with the large one. Because you can layer it on top anyway. Kendra, I'm going to need you to grab me some napkins. Don't dump my table there. Okay. So, Kendra's going to pass me some napkins. I want some nice ones. There's a nice black one right here. I'm going to put some of this on. So I'm going to put it right here on this side, right over top of this Tootsie Roll area. Now hold on that Tootsie Roll. It's pretty dark, but you can always lighten it up with another paper. Okay, it's not apart. You gotta separate it and rip it. You gotta take the back off. If you take the backs off these, you could emboss these and save these. So I like to save them for embossing. Yeah, I want that one.
The flower one?
Yeah. There's another layer.
Here.
Thank you. Kendra's being my helper. So here's another paper towel. Did you peel the back off? Yeah? Kendra?
Yeah. It's right here.
No, you didn't peel. There's 2 layers on this one. Some of them have 2 layers. Gotta check.
I didn't know they had 2 layers.
Okay.
So I gotta see the front of it perfectly through, like this?
Yeah. So that's how you do it, guys. Just like that. I want a small piece.
This one.
Okay, I want the bird ripped out. That one.
How to take the tissue off?
Okay.
I can't get the tissue off.
Some of them are a little bit more difficult. Just rub them together.
can get it. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I got it.
So,
I know where. There's a piece coming off.
okay, hurry, because the video's going. So yeah, and then that should be good. And then I leave it on here for a couple of days, and then I take it off. Because I don't like, I want it to dry through the back as well, because it'll sweat, and I worry about it again too. I don't know, yicky. Here's a nice little bird Kendra ripped out for me. Throw that on there. Can I get something else off there, please?
On this?
Yeah.
Maybe nothing really.
Okay, grab me more birds. So I'm running low on this glue, but I could use a little bit of Mod Podge.
More birds.
So I pour a little Mod Podge on there, and I have to add a little bit of water
Just rips one's head off.
because that is really thick. Kendra, can you pass me the water behind you, please? In the cup. Yeah. So I'm going to add a little bit of water.
Next time I'm going to keep ripping it because it's too thin. I just ripped that one's butt off.
Chew it. Throw my Mod Podge, a little bit of Mod Podge in here, and have a little bit of water in my decorative now. Mixing it up a bit.
Oh, here's one with a bird. What is it? This one's just one bird.
You don't want too thick. That is pretty thick. More thicker than what I normally have.
This one has another bird on it.
Okay. Okay.
Is that a duck? I'm just kidding.
And that is it, guys. That's basically how I've done it. I'm going really, really fast on this, but just wanted to give a little review. Same as the one what I did with the book, except for it's on the plastic. Kendra, I would like to have more lighter paper, please. The bird, not the dove. The paper's too purple. Or butterflies, too. But the bird or something, you already had it ripped out.
Where's the bird? Well, there's no more good birds on that one. They're all like head off and stuff.
This one's got a couple of butterflies on it, so I'm just going to put that right here. So the colors and stuff are coming through.
This is pretty.
So it's really nice. And that's it, guys. So if you wanted to tear little pieces of butterflies or flowers,
Just one green, just one.
Or whatever to put through, and that's basically how I do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I just wanted to go quickly through it again because I had questions from some people. So yeah, I hope I answered some questions. Now the white comes out pretty nice. It just kind of shows everything through. But anyways, that's it. I'm done. So thanks, guys. I hope this was helpful. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.